Well, more stuff is coming out about this FBI raid on Trump. There's a lot of inconsistencies, and judging from their past records, trying to do different things, and oh yeah, by the way, the IRS has targeted conservatives. Obama admitted to that. I don't trust the FBI. I don't trust the IRS. I don't trust the government. You have broken my trust, and I don't know if you're ever going to get it back, because a government big enough to give you everything is a government big enough to take away everything you have. I love that quote. It's attributed to Thomas Jefferson, but I don't know if he actually said it or not. But it's true. I mean, the government is touching virtually every part of our lives now, and it's getting more and more and more. And so let's go, Brandon. And so it's just you can't not feel the influence of the government. It is not the way that the founding fathers wanted it. They wanted limited government. The government by the people, not a government by the elitist, not a government by career politicians who may or may not do insider trading, Pelosi, and well, a whole lot of other ones. Not just Democrats, Republicans too. I mean, it's just ridiculous that they are supposed to represent us. They're supposed to more or less work for us. But they don't. They're all in for their own interest. They answer to the lobbyists, to the corporations who pay them the most. The insider trading, they use their privileged information to to make strategic moves on the stock market just before a bill drops that's going to subsidize, say, I don't know, Nvidia. The chip bill that passed. Right before it passed, or right before it was introduced, guess who's old drunken Pelosi, man Pelosi, or Nancy's husband, bought, I don't know, however many millions of stock in Nvidia. Well, that bill is going to kind of boost their sales and their stock value. So, I mean, yeah, the whole system's broken. And I don't get the ones that are saying we need more government. We need more government. Everything the government touches turns to absolute garbage. The case in point, the thing that I use, it's trivial, but it's frustrating, is the gas can. Okay, if you remember, years ago, gas cans had a little vent on the back, just a hole that you open up, and it was a straight hose. That's it. Simple. You open up the vent, you poured it in the tank, it flowed out nice and fast. But now they've got all these safety mechanisms, these self-venting nozzles that leak, and you end up getting your hands covered in gasoline. I've got them. And in fact, the ones that's got like a green handle, you gotta like pull this lever back and then push it with your palm, and then you can pour. Well, you can't even use those on a car, because the way the nozzle is coming like straight out at an angle and the knob on top, you can't tilt it up because it hits the body of the car. That's because the government got involved through the EPA, through, you know, all these safety procedures. The government got involved and ruined the gas can. That's just one. That's what I lead with. But seriously, everything the government touches turns to crap. Look at the economy. And don't blame Trump, okay? We're 2 years into this Biden administration. We are far past blaming Trump. Besides, Biden undid virtually everything that Trump had done first day in the office, signing what, 50-something different executive orders. One of my friends on Facebook celebrated that, saying, "Oh yeah, look at Biden. I'm gonna un-F this, un-F this, un-F this." Well, guess what? While he was doing that, he also canceled the Keystone Pipeline, which, you know, had a whole bunch of jobs associated with it. You know, that was still under construction, and so that would have been nice to have a quick, easy supply of oil right about now. No signal, thank you. So now you turn your signal on. So, spare my skepticism. I don't trust the government. I don't like the government. I think the government needs to be much smaller. We need to get rid of organizations like the Board of Education. Well, not the Board of Education, the Department of Education, okay, the federal side. You know, government shouldn't be involved in that. It should be up to the local, you know, state, local governments, because they know how best to serve their children in their community with their certain demographics and advantages or disadvantages. Okay, this whole blanket, you know, no child left behind that I grew up through, it's garbage. IRS, do we really need the IRS? Because, I mean, the government has all of our information. They know what we make through W-2s. They give us all that information. Then we have to make sure that we do it all right. Otherwise, we get our hands slapped and get audited. And when they know all that information already. So, we can get rid of that one. Probably get rid of the EPA. And I'm not saying, you know, destroy the country, destroy the environment. Yeah, we need to be stewards. We need to be smart stewards of the planet. But sometimes they just come up with the most outlandish things, like the gas can. But anyway, that's just my rant for the day. You know, I think I'm siding more and more with the libertarians, saying, hey, let's, and sometimes the anarchist, you know, let's just tear it down and rebuild it again the way it was supposed to be. You know, limited federal government, more power to the states, which is what the Supreme Court's trying to do. But now all of a sudden the libs don't like the Supreme Court because they're doing things that they don't like. And then they're saying, you know, if the Supreme Court obstructs us, we will pack it. We're going to pack the court. You have states right now that are defying the Supreme Court. Even though they said, hey, you can't do this thing, it's unconstitutional. It's like, we're going to do it anyway. But I've lost my trust. I've lost my faith in the government. Who knows? Who knows if it'll ever be restored? Even if, you know, even if Trump's elected again, there's too much of the deep state. One man can't make that much of a change. He can try, but as we saw the past 4 years of his presidency, they sought every opportunity to undermine and thwart him, and Trump evil, Trump derangement syndrome is just unbelievable. But anyway, be excellent to each other. Tuba Billy, signing out. Woo, tight turn. God be with you till we meet again.